Hi, this is the second part of the video about Elite Golf Academy. So if you haven't seen the first part of the video, I greatly suggest you that you go see the first part and then come back to this one. It's going to be really easier to understand all of the process between this website and this company. So in this part of the project, I will still be analyzing and evaluating the theory management principles and how they would be applied at Elite Golf Academy. But comparatively to the first one, the focus here will be more on the manager's actions to motivate and lead. Indeed, the chapters that will be covered in these sections are Chapter 12, Motivation, and Chapter 13, Leadership. So in order to have a productive business, employees must perform and be effective, but achieving this may seem complicated for some managers, and this is why the principles of motivation must be implemented. Motivation itself is the forces that will encourage employees to persist in their effort to reach a company's objective. Although rewards are not the only factor of motivation a company can implement, it is often the one that you think first, and it is still a very good factor. At Elite Golf Academy, the rewards will be allocated between both a mix of extrinsic and intrinsic rewards. So for the extrinsic reward, they would obviously include salary, but also benefits and promotions. For the intrinsic rewards that are more natural rewards coming from performing a task for its own sake, there would be the sense of responsibility that the professionals gain with their students, as well as the sense of accomplishment and the fun that comes with the classes. I believe that by doing something that they enjoy and by having a revenue source, my employees would immediately be more motivated and perform better. Another thing that could be implemented in your company is the equity theory. The equity theory states that employees will be more motivated if they feel they are being treated fairly. This theory consists of a comparison between employees used as reference to evaluate if the output received is fair compared to the inputs given. For a manager to have a good input ratio, he would have to start by looking for major inequities and correct them, as well as making sure that the decision process made to allocate a reward is fair. The expectancy theory, stating that employees who believe that great effort leads to great performance and therefore great rewards, can also be managed and by clearly identifying the rewards associated with providing great effort. And by implementing this, you would also gain a greater motivation from your employees. Great. So for the second part, leading. For a company to be successful, it needs employees that are not only managed but also led. Leadership, being the process of influencing employees to achieve the company's goal, will be evaluated through Elite Golf Academy. So as a leader, I would need to have the necessary traits of the trait theory, stating that effective leaders share similar traits. I'm sure that you can identify a couple of leaders that you think are great leaders, and you'll see that they share similar traits. So here for Elite Golf Academy, I chose the traits that personally as a leader I would need to have. So those traits in regard to the academy would be the knowledge of the business, emotional intelligence, as well as integrity and self-confidence. Those traits are only a few examples, but represents the most important traits to manage my business. So in the same order of ideas, I would be a leader with a greater concern for people while still having concern for production, as I believe this is what suits best my company. So if you remember well, I am a company of a tailored service, like you can see on the book online part. The fitting, the practical classes, and the theoretical classes are all service offered. So therefore, I think that having a greater concern for people while still having a concern for production is what suits best my company, because my company works with people. So this is the main factor of the company. So here, what is meant is that since I'm offering a tailored service, I would prefer building a strong relationship with my employees and the customers, and then focusing on the numbers of clients served in a week by example. So I believe that the leadership behavior should be adapted to the situation or the company with regards to their values and mission, like I just did with the previous example. So I would also be a charismatic leader, and I would articulate a clear vision of the future for my employees while building a trusting and loyal relationship with them, because I think this is again what suits best with my company. And for my goal would be in the future years, in order to become a greater leader, would be to apply the transformational leadership principles of getting employees to see the greater picture and act for the greater good of the company beyond their own self-interest. So thank you very much. This is what concludes the second part of the video and of the management process. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much and have a good day.